hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing.
Welcome to Crafty Beach. This is Julie, and nothing says fall like a cozy candle. So you guys asked for fall candle DIYs, and I have 20 of them for you today using supplies from the Dollar Tree. So the first DIY we're going to do is one of these little orange pumpkin dishes. It even has a lid. From the Dollar Tree, I think this is going to make a perfect fall candle. For the candle wax, we are just going to melt down one of the Dollar Tree long candles. I chose white. Doesn't really matter. You can do yours whatever color you want, but white's going to kind of go with anything. And then I got one of these wick kits from Amazon, only $4.99 on Prime. You get 100 wicks, stickers, and even the little popsicle sticks to hold the wick up. And I'll be sure to include those in my Amazon shop because that was a really great deal and it made making candles a lot easier. We're also going to scent our candle. I am actually going to use this scent. It is Bartlett Pear Cider, just because I couldn't find pumpkin scent at Dollar Tree. So I went ahead and popped it in some boiling water in an old pan on my stove. You might need to kind of push some of the wax down in it as it melts to get it to all melt. And then we are going to go ahead and set this up. So you just take one of their little double-sided stickers, put it in the bottom, and then you just attach the candle wick to it. It was really so easy. And then just string the popsicle stick in for spacing. I'm going to go ahead and get my fragrance oil ready to scent it. And it is all liquefied and ready for scent. This did not have a dropper, so I couldn't really count my drops, but I was trying to do maybe about 20 drops. I just went ahead and kind of fished out the wick that was already in there. And you can kind of smell it. If you think it needs a little bit more, go crazy. The fragrance oil, from Dollar Tree is only $1.25. And I picked up some scents that would remind me of fall today. So I'm just going to go ahead and pour this right in. I think it was a perfect amount of wax for this size. So I'm just going to let this sit. It's going to set up and harden into a beautiful scented candle. It really doesn't take too long to set up, and I'm just going to go ahead and remove the popsicle stick and trim the wick down to like maybe quarter to half of an inch, and this DIY is complete. I think it's great. It'll help keep the scent in the candle because it has a lid, so that is helpful. So this is our first fall candle. I think it's really cute. I don't know if they have those pumpkins in any other colors or not for fall. You'll have to let me know in the comments below. But I think they are perfect for a fall candle. And making your own candle like this is really a lot of fun. I had so much fun putting all these candle DIYs together. So let's go ahead and light this candle. See how it smells. My house is going to smell fabulous this fall because I'm going to have plenty of fall candles for every room. Love it. Okay, next one. I thought we could take this little vase. I guess it's like a hurricane-shaped vase from Dollar Tree and kind of make a fun acorn candle holder using one of these these are the little glass candle holders. They come 4 to a package. I really love these. I need to get some more because I think I used all of them in the video today. I'm just going to turn it upside down and sit it in the bottom. It fits in there perfectly, but it's going to allow me to raise my candle up that I want to put in the middle. Now for the candle we're going to use on this is from the Dollar Tree. I really like these little votive candles from the Dollar Tree. You get 2 in a package. They're already in glass. And since they kind of have a wall, I can go ahead and decorate mine if I want. So I picked up some of this birch ribbon. It looks like birch wood from the Dollar Tree. And it's a nice wide piece. So what I'm going to do is try to cover the candle, kind of make it look like a birch log. I thought that would be really fun for fall. So it's a little larger than my candle, which I'm going to kind of use that to my advantage because I kind of have to go around this odd shape, right? So I just used hot glue to attach it to the candle hole itself, and then I wrapped it around and glued it to itself. Now I have it a little bit longer on the top and the bottom, and I can just go around and trim it down to perfect size, and it's going to look like a cute little birch log. I love this ribbon. I think it's really beautiful. I think it looks really rustic for fall or for winter. So I'm just going to go ahead and trim the bottom down too. Now I can attach that candle inside on the little candle holder that we put upside down. So I'm just going to use a little bit of hot glue so that we can kind of tack that down right here in the middle. Just so it won't move around a lot, because that is a real candle. All the candles we're doing today are real candles because I want to burn my candles for fall. I don't want any of the LED or electric candles for fall. But you could always modify my DIYs and use whatever is more convenient for your home. Now it's time for the acorns. These are from the Dollar Tree. I found that they have two different sizes. So these are the smaller ones, and I have a bunch saved over from last year, so I'm going to use those too. And I'm just sprinkling those all around the little birch candle holder in there, filling up the sides of the vase. They're kind of too large to go all the way down in the bottom of the vase, but that's okay because it kind of is clear down there because we have the little candle holder upside down. But I thought it would look cute to add a little raffia, like a little raffia nest down around the base of the candle holder. And so I just take a package from the Dollar Tree. I really don't like working with this stuff because it's kind of messy. So I'm going to kind of leave it as is. I'm just going to try to cut out enough of it to go all the way around the bottom, and it's just going to provide another little rustic fall touch. We've got the acorns, we've got the birch log, so add a little raffia. I think that's going to look really good. So I just kind of cut that down to size, and then I needed something to kind of give it shape, to kind of make it like a wreath form. And I thought the easiest way to do that would be to use some of this wire jute from Dollar Tree. So I'm just going to cut a piece down, and I'm going to attach it to one side here of my raffia and just kind of use that as my wiry form just by bending it and then attaching it to the other end. I can pull it around and use that wire in there to attach it to itself. And we're going to have just a little raffia base to this. It's just going to add another little fun touch. So I think that looks good. I think I made it just the right size just to slip on the bottom of the vase. I love these vases. I think they're a beautiful size and shape, and they're from Dollar Tree, so I think they are a great value as well. So I think that looks pretty good. We have a little acorn wreath, maybe just a trim here and there to kind of clean up some of the raffia. But I'm glad I added that touch. I think it really looks cute. So let me show you our little acorn candle. I really think it is perfect for fall. I've seen so many ideas on the internet for like fall candle DIYs, and I've seen acorns used a lot, and it's because they just scream fall. And I really like these. They're like a yellowish, brownish, maybe a little bit of red, lots of color in these acorns, and you don't have to paint them like the wooden ones. So let's light this fall candle up and see how it looks. Super cute and so easy to DIY. And this is how it looks with a little bit less light. Okay, check out this cute little planter that I found at Dollar Tree. It's a little squirrel named Skip. So I thought that would be really cute to do a little fall squirrel candle. Isn't he adorable? The only thing I noticed is that his painting was not great, so I will have to touch him up a little bit. He also has that space inside the like squirrel body because I wanted to make this into a candle, and I don't really want to fill that whole thing up with wax. So again, I'm going to use one of these little candle holders from the Dollar Tree. It fits in there perfectly. And then we can use some apple cinnamon fragrance oil for this one. That's a nice fall scent. Again, I couldn't find any pumpkin scents at my Dollar Tree, so I had to kind of work with what I could find. And then again, I'm using one of the long white candles from the Dollar Tree. It's not going to require the whole thing, but we can always use it on our next candles. So boiling those, we're going to go ahead and set up this candle. Just putting the double-sided tape. It's a little circle there right in the middle, and a wick and a popsicle stick for this one. Now, if you didn't want to create your own scented fall candle for this one, you could always use a little tea light candle in there. That would be perfect. Or if you didn't want to use the candle holder part at all, you could just put a votive in there. I think that'd be really cute too. I just love the squirrel. He's painted well, except for the little white part. So I decided while my candle was melting, I'll just go ahead and touch him up a little bit. And I just have it in an old pot on my stove, boiling water until it melts. And you do have to have a little patience. It does take a while to melt that much wax, but it's a fun, inexpensive way to make your own candles using supplies from the Dollar Tree. So here it is. It's all melted. I'm going to go ahead and scent it before I pour it in here. So again, this was our apple cinnamon fragrance oil. It's from the Dollar Tree. The difference is this one has like a little dropper lid. So you do have to kind of count drops. So I'm going to put like 20 drops in there and stir it. See if it smells good. You can add as much or little as scent as you want. You can also use essential oils if you have them. I just used fragrance oils because they were readily available from my Dollar Tree. So I thought it needed a little bit more scent. Now we're ready to pour it in. Make sure you use pot holders because these things are hot. And I'm just going to fill up my candle holder almost all the way full and then let it sit. It turned into this beautiful white scented candle. I'm just going to trim my wick on this one and pop it right in our little squirrel. I love these little planters. I've never thought about making one into a candle before, but I think it's perfect for that. And wouldn't this look cute like on a fall tier tray or something like that? I think he's adorable. So here's Skip the squirrel. And I think that is just a fun idea. He's holding an acorn, so he is ready for fall. They have a lot of like woodland creatures right now at Dollar Tree, like little squirrels, I think like hedgehogs. I picked up some of them. I do plan to be doing a DIY with some of those creatures. I did a tier tray last year that was so cute. So let's light this little scented candle, see how he looks. Smells wonderful. I love the apple cinnamon fragrance. Okay, since we have some leftover wax, let's go ahead and DIY something else really quickly. And I got one of these little candle holders from Dollar Tree. It's brown. It's beautiful. It's got like a gold like leaf on it that's like really kind of like intricately carved. And I think this is going to be a beautiful candle. Now, I couldn't really get my hands down in there to put the little sticker down in there for the wick, so you kind of have to make do. I have a plastic knife that I was using to stir my candle, so I'm going to use that to kind of put that down in there and stick it to the bottom, and then also to attach the wick to it and get this popsicle stick set up before our wax starts to set up on me. So that looks good. So let's go ahead and pour in the rest of our wax. This was a little bit larger than I thought it was, and so it didn't fill it up as much as I wanted, but it was already melting another one because we have so many candle DIYs today that I was able to take a little bit of wax from theirs as well to fill it up till I was happy with it. I am going to give it a quick stir though so that the fragrance gets kind of all mixed in with the candle. And then we're going to let this sit, and it turned out so cute. Look how adorable this little candle holder is. And having your own custom like little fall scented candle inside, I think it's so pretty, and I think it's a lot more fun than putting like a votive in there. Look how beautiful that little leaf is on the front of it. They have these in several different colors at my Dollar Tree, but I really think this like amber color really screams fall. And so I think this is going to go great with my fall decor. It's nice and small too, so you could also get away with this on a tier tray if you'd like. So let's light this candle, see how it looks. Beautiful fall glow and super cozy. I have a candle burning that I DIY'd right now while I'm doing the voiceover, and it already smells so great in here. Okay, the next one, we're going to use one of these like larger vases from the Dollar Tree and some of their maple leaves to do a like maple leaf candle holder. Now, there's lots of different colors in this package, and you could make yours colorful by choosing different colors, but I thought I would just pick one color and kind of like stick to that. So I'm just going to kind of separate them. You get like a ton of leaves in that package. Now, I want to show you a couple of fails because it'll save you from some fails, right? I saw like on a blog, I think, somebody make one of these and they said just to Mod Podge them on. So I was like, oh, okay. So I put Mod Podge all over the back of my leaf. I put Mod Podge on my vase. I stick it on there. I have it so wet. It will not stick to my vase for anything. I turn it upside down. It won't stick. I went back, looked at the blog again, and they said to really like drown it in Mod Podge. And so I tried that too. It totally did not work. I could not get it to work. So I'm like, okay, I want to attach the fall leaves to the outside of this vase, but Mod Podge is clearly not going to be my friend on this one. This is me drowning it on their advice. And let me show you what happens. It just doesn't stick at all. I don't know how in the world they got theirs to stick. And so I was like trying to think maybe my glue is like too thin. Mod Podge is a pretty, thin glue. So I decided to switch it up to a thicker glue like this tacky glue from the Dollar Tree. It's nice and strong, right? So I just went ahead and put it all over the inside of the leaf, stuck it on there, and even tacky glue was not going to give me the hold that I needed to make that like curved and go around my vase. So 2 fails in a row, but then I do find a winner and I just go back to the tried and true hot glue method. I don't want to use a lot of hot glue on them though. So I'm just going to do like a little dot in each little corner of the maple leaf and one in the middle. And this worked perfectly and way less work than the Mod Podge would have been if I were to try to continue that because there was just no way that was going to stay around that curved surface for me on that glossy glass. So this is the color that I chose to use and I'm going to kind of alternate them around. Going different directions and stuff like that, using like either 1 or 2 in each area. I don't want it to be too full. I want it to kind of look like little fall leaves, like just falling through the air. So I do like a 2-1-2-1 kind of pattern here, if you will. I kind of want it to be consistent and going all the way around. Again, it doesn't really matter which direction they go. I kind of want it to be random. So I think one more is going to fill it out very nicely. So I had many fails on this, but I wanted to go ahead and include them for you so that you don't make the same mistake as me because it's not as easy as they say it is to attach the leaves with that. And if you had fall leaves in your yard, I don't, but if you did, you could always attach real leaves as well. Now, I thought it'd be cute to add another little decorative touch to the bottom with some of this berry garland from the Dollar Tree. And we can just kind of string that around the bottom. It's going to add another little fall decorative touch, but it's not going to be too busy or anything like that. This kind of has like little red and orange berries. It's going to go nicely with the color of the leaves that we chose. So I just string it around the vase, tie it to itself because it's wired. And then just wrap it around a couple of times until I think it looks good. And I think that just provides another little fun fall touch. And then the next step will be to put a candle in there. We're going to use a Dollar Tree scented candle, so we're not going to be making one for this one. So I'll show you some easier options here too, where you can just pop a Dollar Tree candle in it. This is how it looks so far. I think it's really pretty. I love those color of fall leaves. Very pretty. Since I moved to Florida, I really miss fall. That's one thing that most of us that live down here probably would say. So my son and I always like to take fall trips to like Asheville, places like that. Last year we went to West Virginia to see the fall leaves. And now that he's away at college, I'm kind of bummed because I don't know if I'll be able to do that trip, but it's always fun seeing the leaves change colors, even if it's just for a small trip. So I used one of the vanilla scented pillar candles from Dollar Tree. I thought it was a little too short. Now, this is what it looks like with one of the taller LED like battery operated candles. If you liked that, you could totally use that. But again, I wanted real candles today. And so I'm going to find a way to make the smaller pillar from Dollar Tree work. And to do that, I'm just going to use another one of those little candle holders just upside down like this. And then just stick the candle right on top. It's my last one. I'm going to have to find more of those because I love those things. And that's just going to boost my candle up, make it taller, make it a little bit easier to see in that large vase. But let me show you how this turned out. I think it's so cute. Even after multiple fails, it actually turned into a really fun fall candle with little falling orange and red leaves all over and a little berry garland there at the bottom. I think that's really pretty, and I'm ready to light this one up. These are vanilla scented, which aren't really specifically for fall, but I think vanilla scent can kind of work any time of year. It's a nice soft smell, and I think it smells wonderful. Okay, the next DIY, I got one of these little orange jars. I call them a pumpkin jar from the kitchen section at Dollar Tree. They're really large and they're orange and I think they look like a pumpkin. So let's find it a pumpkin stem using one of these little wood stems from the Dollar Tree. I'm trying to find a perfect one that I can just put on the jar lid. Now, it's great when a scented candle has a lid because you can seal the scent in there and keep it well scented. So I don't want something that's going to interfere with me being able to screw the lid on and off. But I thought having a pumpkin stem would actually make it look a little bit more like a pumpkin. So I am melting down one of the large white candles from the Dollar Tree again. I have some fragrance oil. This time I'm going to use marshmallow fluff. I think that could be fine for fall. So I'm going to go ahead and put one of the little candle wick stickers down here inside. This is a really large jar, so it's going to require a couple candles to fill this up. And I'm going to go ahead and attach the wick. Luckily, the wicks are really long because even though it's a really big jar, it was totally long enough to still go in my little popsicle stick, which is so handy with the little holes drilled in it. I'm going to use some of the little wire jute for a little tendril for our pumpkin stem. So here's our candles boiling away. So I'm going to went ahead and did 2 just for this one because I knew it was such a large candle that it was going to require a lot of wax. So let's go ahead and scent it. This is one that you kind of have to dump in. And I kind of have an idea about how much of that fragrance oil I want to use. And so I go ahead and add that to both of my melted candles. And I did do some microwaving today to melt candles. I think I like the stove method better. It can get a little messy, so you want to use like an old pot or something that you don't really care about. But I try not to get wax everywhere. So I think everything is ready to go and we can do this fall candle pour. So again, be careful. These are really hot. I'm going to go ahead and dump this right in. Now, I was able to find the orange jar like this and also the clear one. So you could do your own color of candle by coloring your candle or using one of the colored candles from Dollar Tree instead of the white ones. But since this is orange, the white I think is going to look really good in there. I did have to fish out like a candle wick part there. But most of the time, they just stayed in my original glass that I'm pouring out of. And I think that's going to be the perfect amount of candle wax to make this candle. And so I am done with this. We can go ahead and work a little bit on the pumpkin stem. So we have the lid. It's just a regular jar lid. We have the little wood stem. And then I also want to use some of that wired jute cord. So I'm just going to hot glue the stem right on there. And then I thought maybe one little tendril would be cute on here for a little pumpkin. I don't think that's really going to get in my way too much for being able to use the little screw lid. So I just go ahead and put it around, something like a pen shape to make a little curly tendril. One thing you really have to kind of avoid working with these too much because it does come off the wire. I'm going to use some hot glue to try to glue that in place. And then I can trim that down a little bit because I don't want you to be able to see like the wire in there. I also burned off a little of the fuzzies because it was a little messy. And then with the straight in here, I'm just going to wrap that around our pumpkin stem. Easy peasy. It'll be easy to remove if I don't end up not wanting it on there. So I let my candle sit. This one took a little bit longer because it's such a large candle, but it's set up really nicely. I did have to clean this up a little bit, pouring wax on the side and stuff like that. But once it's set up like this, it's really easy to clean it up with a paper towel. And I think this one turned out really nice. I really like the marshmallow fluff scent. But if I have like a pumpkin spice scent, I would really love that. So I trim the little wick and screw on the little lid, and we have another little pumpkin candle for fall. How perfect is this for fall? Isn't it so cute? Because it's decorative when you're not burning your fall candle. You can totally just use this as a fall decor. But then when you want a little fall ambience, you can light this right up. I kind of burn my candles like whenever I'm like in my house. I don't really care what time of day, but they are really special at night, especially if you have the lights down low. So let's light this one up and see how it looks all lit up. I think it's really pretty. I thought about doing more than one wick in there because it was such a big candle, but I think it's going to work with just one. Now the next one, I'm going to use another one of those long vases from the Dollar Tree and then one of their little clear glass candle holders. Now to decorate the large vase, I thought we could use one of these rub-on transfers from Dollar Tree that says Hello Autumn. I thought that'd be an easy way to decorate the glass, and I was really surprised by how easy this was to get on. So you just peel off the back, lay it on the glass, and then I used one of those little Cricut scrapers to scrape it on. And either of these things work wonderful or they really fight you, and this was one that worked absolutely wonderful. I love these things. So you got to make sure that it's all down before you go too crazy pulling it off, because you can still scrape it on if you need to, but everything came right off and it looks really good. Now this is going to be a fun idea. I'm going to do the candle holder inside of the vase. That way we can fill the vase up with popcorn. So this is the candle holder we're going to use. These come in several different sizes. We'll be using the other two sizes, I think, today. I think there might be 3 different sizes of those. And then we can pop a little tea candle right inside. So this is what I'm going to use for corn, just my popcorn that I had around my house. I think corn looks great for fall decor, and it was a little bit more challenging to get it in there because basically I want to fill up the whole vase with corn, but not the little candle holder at the top. So that's not the way it was going for me. So let's try that again. I was looking all over for a funnel. I know I have lots of craft funnels that I try to pick up at Dollar Tree, and I found one that was large enough for the little popcorn kernels to go through. You could always use dried beans. I think that would be really cute too. That way I can just pour that around the edges of my candle holder and get the corn to go exactly where I need it to go. And it's a pretty large vase, that vase from the Dollar Tree. So I'm going to fill it all the way up. That way it's going to kind of weigh down the little candle holder inside. It's all going to be kind of hidden underneath the corn too. So that's really fun. And the funnel method was definitely the key here. Just kind of shake that in right where you need it and try to get any out of the candle holder because they're not supposed to be in that section. Now, at first I wanted to use one of the little apple cinnamon tea light candles. I thought that would be a nice fall scent. The only thing I didn't like about these though is I kind of expected these to be a little bit more red, but when I put them in there, they kind of looked hot pink. So even though I like the smell, I wasn't a big fan of the color. So I'm going to switch it up to one of the vanilla ones from Dollar Tree. And I think that's just going to look nicer in there. It might not smell as much like fall, but I think it's going to work. So here's our little candle nested in a jar of corn that says Hello Autumn. I'm glad I decided to add that decal to the outside because I think it added a little bit more decor that it needed on the outside of the jar. But otherwise, I think the corn for fall is so cute. So we're going to light this up. Try not to create any popcorn here. And I think that's really fun. What do you guys think about this DIY, the popcorn candle? I love it. Now check out these cute little candles I got at Dollar Tree. One is a fall leaf and one is an owl. So these two candle DIYs I'm going to do together. And I thought we can make like a little mini tiered tray out of the Dollar Tree wood slices. So I have one of the hanging signs that's kind of an oval shape. And then one of the 2-pack of the smaller slices that are more like a coaster. And I thought we could do a cute little tier tray that we could decorate with fall things using those little candles. They're so cute. So for the feet for our tier tray, I decided to use some of the wood stems. I think that's going to look really great for fall, and it's going to go well with our little wood slices. So I'm just going through, as you can see, they come in all different shapes and sizes. I'm just trying to find 4 that are the same height so that my tray will be level, since I'm going to have candles on there. And I don't really care. I like the variety, all different colors and stuff like that. I'm just going to attach those to the bottom of our little oval shaped sign. All I did to that was remove the hanger on that. And it makes a really cute little tray like that. Look how cute that is. Now for the smaller wood slice, the one that is the size of a coaster, I'm going to keep building on top of this tray by using some more wood stems. That way I can have like one candle on that layer of the candle stand and then like one on the lower. So I'm going to use wood stems again. It's going to kind of make it look like a tree. And I thought maybe we could do the owl like up in the taller part of the tree. That'd be really cute. I didn't think one was going to be super sturdy. So I decided to use 2 and kind of put one in front of the other. So you can't really see that there's 2, but it's going to provide a little bit more stability so that I can actually burn the candle on there. So I'm just going to attach those with hot glue. These are about the same size. They're nice and level. And then some hot glue on the tops and just sit our other little wood slice there. And I think this is the perfect little candle holder for these 2 fall candles. I also have some acorns. I thought that'd be really fun to decorate. It's totally going to go with like the fall forest vibe here. So here are the candles. They're really cute and they really do burn. I love these little decorative shaped candles. And look at the texture on the little fall leaf. It's so beautiful. I really like this color. So I'm just going to go ahead and get it ready to attach it to the base, like right down here. And then the owl is kind of like, I think they had different colors. This one's kind of a reddish color, kind of a maroon color. Look how cute he is. I love owls. And now my son is going to college and he's an owl. So it's going to make my owl obsession worse. I've been sending him owls. I sent him a plush owl. I sent him an owl for his desk. Really fun. And so then I thought maybe one of these little fall picks would have some cute decor items on it. And I think these little faux berries really kind of match the colors of the 2 candles. So I can kind of nest that between the 2 trays and kind of have it peek out. I think that would look really cute. There's also like some little branches on this one. So I'm going to kind of have those peek out the other side here. And then I thought we maybe could use like one of these little acorns as well. I don't think I have room for a lot, but maybe just like one right here in between the 2 tiers there of our little candle holder. And then I am just going to use a little hot glue just to tack the candles down. Just going to help them stay into place. As I burn them, I don't want them falling over or anything like that. And I put the leaf on the bottom, the owl on the top tier. And this was so much fun to make. What do you guys think about these 2 fall candles? Aren't they sweet? I think that base is just perfect. I think the owl is really sweet. And all of the like wood slices just give that fall forest vibe. Such an easy little candle holder, and hopefully I give you some fun crafting inspiration with this one. And they actually do burn. So let's go ahead and light these little fall candles. See how they look lit up? So fun. I love them. I was wondering what I was going to do with these. I knew I had to have them, but I think this is a great use. Okay, next DIY. I picked up one of the little clear jack-o'-lantern candle holders from Dollar Tree. Sometimes they have those in orange too, but the one I found was clear. And so I thought I would use some of these orange votives that I got at Dollar Tree. I honestly thought these were pumpkin scented, and they're totally not. They're like floral scented, but you know, we're going to make it work. I'm going to pop them in a glass vase that I have from the Dollar Tree, just so I have something to put in my boiling water to melt those, but you could always use the microwave to melt those too. And I'm just going to go ahead and put some double-sided tape in the bottom of our jack-o'-lantern and get this candle ready to pour. Now, I didn't want a lot of Halloween elements today. I wanted to do mainly fall, but I think this one's really cute because I think you could have this out fall or Halloween. Sometimes I take down my fall stuff to do Halloween and then put it back up for Thanksgiving. But I went ahead and melted all 3 of those little votive candles down, thinking that was going to be plenty enough wax. Now, when I poured it in there, I was surprised to learn that it really only filled the little jack-o'-lantern about halfway. I didn't think it was going to be enough, so I decided to try to add to it. I didn't have any more orange candles, but I had 3 of these vanilla scented, so I thought we could maybe mix the 2 scents together. I think they'll go together fine, because you can totally make your own custom scent since you're making your own candle. I'm just going to go ahead and pull the wicks out of those and pop those in the microwave to melt. That worked pretty well. I used a paper bowl, so I didn't really have to dirty anything with wax. And then I kept the orange wax in my little jack-o'-lantern warm by putting it in my hot water that I had, so it would not set up. And then while it's still liquid, I can go ahead and add the vanilla to it. And what I found happened, I knew it would lighten the orange color, but it did lighten it a lot, but I kind of like the color it ends up. So let's try to clean this up a little bit. It was really kind of hard to pour out of the paper bowl. I think I like the long cylinders better. I think that makes it easier to pour. But I think this is going to work. You can see what color that it dried. It's a really soft orange color, which I think goes great with my fall decor, and it's going to kind of make it match in better for fall. And I just trimmed my little wick down. It's got a little metal handle on there, and it's so cute. I've DIY'd these lots of different ways, but I think this is like one of my favorite little jack-o'-lantern DIYs by making my own little fall candle. And mixing the orange votives and the vanilla, like ivory ones together really gave me that nice soft color of orange. And he looks so happy for Halloween. So let's light this fall candle up. See if he can give us some cozy, spooky vibes. And he looks so cute. And these would look really cute sitting out on your porch for Halloween too. You could kind of line your path with them a little bit. I think that'd be really cute. Okay, the next DIY, we're going to use one of these little glass globes from the Dollar Tree and make a floating candle. So I wanted to use acorns, so I grabbed a couple acorns, and the only challenging part of this DIY was probably getting that sticker off the bottom because I thought you might be able to see it. Now, the scientist in me was telling me that if I did a floating candle and I put acorns in there, the acorns close up when they get wet. And that is exactly what happened. And so I'll kind of show you what I did to fix that because it's kind of really funny. You can definitely see it happening. So I went ahead and I picked out 4 just pine cones. Some of these are from Dollar Tree. I think some are from Dollar Spot at Target, just whatever I have. I put 4 in there, and then I went ahead and filled the little glass globe up with water. And the floating candles are from Dollar Tree too. You get 2 in a package. I love using those. A floating candle is always so much fun. So there is our 4 acorns, and I'm like, these are totally going to close up. I think that acorns do that to protect the seed for when it rains or there's bad weather. And so it's kind of protection mechanism built in, kind of cool. So I went ahead and added my little floating candle to the top. And I thought, that's totally not going to be enough water acorns in there. I think I need a little bit more of both. So I added some more water to make it fuller. And as you can see, I don't really want my candle kind of floating all around crazy. I kind of want it to stay more in the center. So I'm just going to pop another little acorn right inside. And that seemed to help fill everything up and make it not do that. So I let this sit overnight because I was like, I know the acorns are going to close, and they totally did. They got so much smaller. So right now, the whole globe is full. And now look, the next day, see how they all closed up? They still look really cool, I think, in there, but not near enough acorns. See how small they are? So let's go ahead and fill it up again with more acorns. Kind of solve that problem. And pop the little candle back inside, and I think that's totally going to work. And a floating candle, how fun is that? I think these little glass globes are perfect for them. I always like to use those for the little Dollar Tree floating candles. So let's go ahead and light this and see how it looks. Other things you could float in the water, you could just use twigs from your yard. That'd be cute too. Or acorns, but you might have to use a lot of acorns because they're going to want to float too. So you kind of have to push them down or mount them to the bottom somehow. And that is it, our little acorn floating candle for fall. I think it's so cute, and we got a little science in there too, right? Okay, the next DIY, we're going to use some of these wood slices again. These are the little ones that are the size of a coaster. And I'm going to show you how to DIY your own little candle holder out of those. So again, we're going to use some of the wood stems from the Dollar Tree, and we're just going to create some little feet. So I want 3 of those that are about the same length. I think 3 legs is going to be enough to make a stable little candle holder. And then we're going to DIY our own little fall candle using one of those pillar candles from the Dollar Tree and a Dollar Tree fall leaf. This time we're going to use that bright red color out of that package from earlier. So it's kind of like a matching game, trying to find the ones that are going to work. And I think we have a winner. Super cute. I've made little candle holders like this using these supplies for tier trays before. I think they look so rustic and cute. And they're just so easy. You can just leave all the wood unfinished and then just attach the little feet with some hot glue, and you are ready to go with a cute little rustic candle holder. Now I'm going to do a technique on the candle itself that I haven't done in a long time, but it's always a fun little crafting technique. And a cute little hack. You may have done it in the past too. It might be a reminder that it's a really fun thing to do. We are just going to melt the little fall leaf into the side of the candle. Now I've done this before with photographs. I've printed out, I think on tissue paper, and made little personalized candles for grandparents and stuff like that. And they turned out so cute. So I kind of remember the technique, and I thought we could totally do that with a fall leaf. So just going to go ahead and get all the packaging off of this. This is a vanilla scented candle from the Dollar Tree. I find these the most often. I like to pick these up because the nice neutral color, and it's going to smell great too. And the only thing you need for this is wax paper. I picked up this wax paper at the Dollar Tree. And you're going to use that wax on the wax paper to kind of melt on top of the leaf and then melt it into the side of the candle. So super fun. Just go ahead and put your leaf on there wherever you want it to be. Mine is a tiny bit too large, but I think we can make it work. I just want it to kind of wrap around the candle like that. So I put my wax paper over it with the wax side down, and then I just hold it tightly around the candle in place. And now for this, I'm going to use my heat gun, but if you don't have a heat gun, you could totally use a blow dryer. It works just as well for this. And you're going to want to work quickly. You want to melt that wax paper and that wax like right on top of the leaf, but you don't want to like destroy the shape of your candle or get any like bleeding or anything like that from the red leaf on there. So less is more when you're like applying heat to this. Just kind of do it until you think it is stuck, and then you can just go ahead and peel off your wax paper, and we have a leaf melted into the side of the candle. Such a fun way to make a fall candle. So a little bit of heat to melt the wax on there. Look how beautiful that turned out. It's really well attached. It looks like part of the candle, and then we can just use that little leaf candle and put it on our little candle holder that we just DIY'd. I think it's going to look so cute together, and it was so easy to make. And I thought a little of that berry garland would look really cute wrapped around that too, just for another little fall touch, just a little bit of it. It's the red and the orange one that we used before. I'm thinking maybe just wrap it around the candle holder, kind of like loosely, maybe 2 times would look really good. Just a nice little fall element that you can add. I love this berry garland from Dollar Tree. I think it's so pretty. So I'm just gonna like wrap it around like that. That way I can kind of wire it to itself there in the back, kind of having it like go down all the way on one side, maybe not so much on the other side. I don't want it to look too perfect. So there it is. We have our little fall leaf candle. Super fun to make that with some wax paper. You could put about anything on the side, but I think a fall leaf would be perfect for a fall candle. And this is how it turned out. Again, it's not a fall scent. If you could get a fall scented candle at Dollar Tree, that would be really cute too. I think this might look really good in a colored candle as well. And I love that little DIY candle holder. It's so cute. And so let's light this one up and see how it looks. I haven't done this technique in years since I lived in Florida, so I'm glad I remembered it because it was really fun to do, and I wanted another fun fall candle DIY for you. Hey guys, let's take a moment out of today's video just because I wanted to let you know I have a private Facebook group. I have it listed in the description below. You'll find out when I post new videos and you get to see what everybody's been making. I also have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, and Threads, and my handle is Crafty Beach on YouTube on all of those. Okay, back to the fall candles. These are the other 2 sizes of those little candle holders from the Dollar Tree. I love them. They're made out of glass. I think they're really pretty. So I chose 2 that were different heights, and we could do a set of 2 fall candles that I think would look really cute. You know, in a cabinet, on a counter, even like in a centerpiece, it would be really cute. And we're going to use some of the maple pumpkin garland from the Dollar Tree to decorate them. So I thought, you know, we can just use tea light candles in those because they're nice small candle holders. I think that's going to fit in there perfectly. But I thought that this garland would be really cute, and I ended up using 2 packages of this. I wasn't a big fan of the plastic the garland's on, and I find things like the Gourd and stuff really want to fall off on it. So instead of attaching it like that, I'm going to go ahead and do my own thing just by using some jute cord from Dollar Tree to wrap around the base of the candle holder. And then we can kind of string all of the fall garland on it like that. I think it's going to look a lot nicer, and I can put the leaves exactly where I want them. So I just began by tying the jute cord around the base of the candlestick. And then we can just start wrapping it around. Some of the leaves are like 2 at a time, which I'm just going to go ahead and take advantage of that. I just string the twine through it to keep it attached, attach some berries, attach some more leaves, and I'm going to kind of work my way up. I don't need like the whole garland for this one, but the taller one needed more than one. So between the 2 fall candles, I ended up using 2 packages of the fall garland. Super fun, and it looks really cute with the jute on there. It adds another like little fun fall rustic touch. It looks better, I think, than the plastic cord that the garland was on. And I can have everything kind of be visible here in the front. I'm going to hot glue the little gourd from it right here on the base. And I think that looks so pretty and really easy to do. So here is the other package that I bought, and see how things just kind of already fall off of it. The leaves are really nice quality, and the gourd and stuff, it's just the construction of it is not the greatest. So for this one, I thought it would be easier just to go ahead and just start pulling all the different parts of the garland off. So we'll be ready to go, and we can go ahead and string those on with some of the jute cord, just like we did before, by tying it to the bottom and string it along. And these fall candles were so easy to put together, and I think they really scream fall. I love the fact that this garland has like the little fall colored berries on there and the little gourds. Just another money saving, time saving hack there. And I'm just going to string them all the way up till like they kind of go up like underneath the candle holder. I don't want like the candle to be able to catch the leaves on fire or anything like that, but I want it to look nice and full. I think I used all but one, but I can go ahead and fill in like maybe any of the areas that don't have anything with that extra leaf. Just attach it with some hot glue. And I'm just kind of straighten that out, make sure you can kind of see everything, and we'll attach a little gourd on this one as well. And I just attached that with hot glue. And this is how the pair of the two fall candles look together. I love that they are varying heights. How cute are these? And then for the votives, I thought we would just use the vanilla scented ones. I think that the ivory color is going to look nice right in top. And no, they're not votives, they're tea light size. I think the votives would be a little too large. They would stand out at the top of that candle holder. So I think you want to go with the tea light size to decorate these. But here they are, our little set of 2 fall leaf candles. Look how beautiful the leaves are. Aren't they really nice? So I was saying the leaves are great quality. It was just the construction of the garland was not great. But I think they look great wrapped around these candlesticks and totally ready for fall. So let's light these up and see how they look. I wanted to light each one of these fall candles for you today to give you the full cozy fall experience and show you how they look with a little less lighting. I think they're really pretty. Wouldn't these be great on a table? Okay, the next DIY, we're going to do 3 fall candles on this one, and we're going to use one of these Dollar Tree shelves to kind of make a candle tray. Now, I'm going to make mine for a cabinet, but this would be great for a centerpiece in your table as well. Because it's long and skinny, it's not going to get in the way, it's not going to be super tall, but it's going to look really fun and pretty for fall. So I don't need any of the hangers, and I don't really need to worry about the holes or anything like that. That's just going to be the base. Nice, skinny, thick base that I can attach my candle holders to. So I'm going to use my cutting mat, just kind of a ruler, so I can kind of space out my candle holders. And I use these these are kind of like a hurricane shape, but these are like the smaller or medium-sized ones from the Dollar Tree. I picked up 3 the same, and I thought we could do 3 fall candles all together on this to make a nice, large fall candle display. So I think that looks pretty good. I am just going to simply tack them down with a little hot glue just so they kind of stay in place. I didn't bother trying to take the stickers off the bottom on these because I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. I think that they're going to stay put. So I'm going to put the right one over on this side, a little bit of space on the outside edge, and then kind of center the third one on here as well. And if you had a longer piece of wood, you can make a longer one of these for your table too. It'd look great for Thanksgiving. Now for candles, I thought it would look great to use a little glass candle in there. So we're going to again use these little glass votive candles from the Dollar Tree that I love and do 1 in each one. It's going to give that little like candle within a candle like holder look there. And I really think that looks great with like the hurricane shape. And again, I'm just going to tack them down a little bit with a little hot glue around the edges. Just to kind of make sure they stay put so that I can safely light these candles. But the hot glue is not going to be super permanent, so if I need to switch the candles out, I should be able to do that too. I just wanted to tack them down a little bit so they didn't go tip over or anything like that. Now to fill around the outside, again, I'm going to use popcorn. So I'm using my funnel technique that I used before. This time I'm not filling it all the way up. I just want a little filler for around the candle holder. And I did pretty good until the last one, getting popcorn all over the place. But I'm going to use like a fall leaf garland to decorate this. And I think the color of the popcorn is going to look really good with it. So I think that's enough popcorn, and I think that's a nice height. So I'm going to use the other kind of fall garland that I found at Dollar Tree this year. This one doesn't have the little berries or the gourds on it, but I think it's a beautiful color, like yellowish orange color. And I'm just going to leave it all together as a garland, and we're just going to wrap this candle holder with it. I just kind of find the middle of my garland and wrap that around our center candle like this. And then we can wrap it around like that, and then go around some of the outside candles too. This had plenty of fall leaves on it. And then I kind of want to use all of it, so I'm just going to go ahead and wrap it around the outside candle again. I think that looks pretty good. I just need a way to kind of make sure that stays in place. So I kind of string it through itself and then use a little dot of hot glue there to kind of keep it in place. And I'm going to do the same thing over here on the left side of our candle holder as well. And the popcorn color and those leaves, don't they look really nice together? Perfect. Sometimes the little leaves fall off and you can just pop them back on. And then I'm just going to kind of arrange them all to make sure they look nice. They're not all exactly where I'd want them to be, but if I find that I want one like here, I can just pull one off and attach it with hot glue as needed to kind of fill in any of the holes, because sometimes there was a lot of leaves, sometimes there wasn't very many. And I just kind of go all the way around, and I want mine to be fuller on the front because I'm going to put mine on the cabinet. But if you were going to make yours a centerpiece, you're going to want to make sure yours is nice and full all the way around. This side's going to be kind of my back side. I think that looks pretty good. And sometimes those leaves have a little bit of plastic that didn't cut well on the stems inside. But if you just kind of clean it out in there, you can pull off the excess plastic. I've noticed that more this year from Dollar Tree than I've ever noticed it before in the past. Then I thought some of the acorns from the Dollar Tree would be really cute. I think these are the larger ones. These are a lot bigger than the ones that we used before to fill up our little candle holder. And I'm just going to use hot glue to attach the acorns to the leaves. And I'm just going to scatter them out. Not too much. Just kind of in between the two sections. Kind of alternate where they'd be found and kind of what direction they're going. Just to kind of fill it out a little bit more. And I think that's another fall touch. I really like the leaf, the acorn, the dried corn. I think that looks great together. The corn reminds me, growing up in Missouri, my son would always like to go to the pumpkin patch and stuff like that. He always liked the ones with like the big, like sandboxes full of corn to play with. He always thought that was so much fun. And this is how it turned out. Our 3 fall candles all displayed together on a tray. I think they look so festive for fall. And they really don't look like they were made with all items from the Dollar Tree. And I think the shelf works great because it doesn't really interfere with the structure at all. It just provides a nice base. So let's go ahead and light all 3 of these fall candles and see how it looks. Beautiful. I love this so much I might move it to my table. It's really pretty. Okay, the next DIY, I picked up one of these little gather like fall baking dishes from the Dollar Tree, and I thought it would be fun to try to do a candle inside there. So I need wax, and I'm kind of out of the long glass candles at this point. So I have more of these pillars, so I decided to melt them down. Now, I thought I would use 2 of these. I think that's going to be plenty of wax. I'm just going to go ahead and pull out the wick now. It's going to make it a little bit easier, and then I'm going to melt these in the microwave. Now, I wouldn't recommend it unless you can cut this wax up a little bit because it took forever. I put them in separate bowls because I thought they would melt faster, and I still think they took at least 10 minutes, maybe 12 minutes, maybe more. I kind of, every 3 minutes, I would kind of go check on them and stir them. But I think it was a lot easier to melt these in the boiling water in the pot on the oven. Now, I wanted to color my candle. Since it was kind of a blue theme on there, I thought we could do a blue candle. And so I know that you can color candles with crayons. So I didn't have any regular crayons, but my son had left a few blue candles here at home that are these like little twistable candles, kind of fancy crayons, right? And so I'm just using a sharp knife and just kind of cutting that down. And then that wax will actually color our wax in our candle, and that's how you can color your candles. You can also use food coloring, but you have to make sure that you use like the gel or the powdered food coloring. Otherwise, the liquid will just sink to the bottom and it won't work if you want to color your own candle. So I have found 2 blue crayons. I probably would have been okay with just one because it doesn't look like you get very much out of this, but it actually worked really well to color that vanilla scented candle, that ivory color. So I kind of got them crushed down into as little pieces as I could find. And then I thought maybe a 2-wick candle. This would be a really cute little candle for fall for my kitchen. Instead of a little loaf of bread in there or cake, we can have a little loaf of a candle. So I went ahead and did 2 wicks. I'm going to go ahead and set those up with the little popsicle sticks. And I waited forever for that wax to melt. I kind of like the jar candle method the best. Super easy to melt, super easy to pour. This I was a little worried about, but I finally got them to melt, thank goodness. And so I'm just going to kind of put some of the blue crayon in each one, and it's not quite hot enough to go ahead and melt the crayons. So I'm going to go ahead and pop them back in the microwave for another couple minutes. So the microwave is definitely a technique you can use, but honestly, it wasn't as easy, and it was kind of hard not to spill the wax. Like my microwave's up high. I spilled some on my stove and I had to clean it up. But look how pretty the blue color turned out. Not all of my candle wax dissolved. I probably didn't grate it down quite small enough of a powder, but I think it's going to be okay. So here's our little loaf pan, and I'm going to try my best to pour the wax in there. But again, pouring it from the bowl is not super easy. And see, I still have some crayon down there, so I think 1 crayon would have probably been enough, but I did get a nice blue color out of these. So going to go ahead and add my second bowl of wax. So I used 2 pillar candles to fill it all the way up. Now I'm just going to set this aside until it sets up. One thing I've noticed is when you pour a large candle like this, you kind of get like a little well in the middle. So I wondered if I could fix it by just using my heat gun to kind of melt some of the wax and kind of send it to the middle to fill up the well, and then let it set up again, which is what I tried. I still kind of got a little well in there, but that's okay because I'll get that anyway when I start burning this in my kitchen. So I'm going to go ahead and trim my wicks down and remove my popsicle sticks. And I think this is a really fun idea for a fall kitchen candle, using one of these loaf pans, and they have so many great designs. Here is our little Gather fall candle in a nice light blue color. And it's got like little wheelbarrows with pumpkins and flowers, all different kinds of fall things on there. I always love these, and I'm always looking for different ways to decorate them. This is definitely my first candle in one though. Definitely a large candle though, so I think the 2 wicks is necessary. And let's go ahead and light this candle and see how it looks. Really pretty, and it is vanilla scented too, using those vanilla pillar candles. Okay, next DIY, I'm going to use a Dollar Tree white candlestick and a Dollar Tree candy corn candle. I thought it was so cute. Now, my first attempt, I thought, oh, I'll just decorate like the white candle holder with some of this really cute like orange like jack-o'-lantern ribbon from the Dollar Tree. And I got it on here. I went ahead and did it right here at the top. Like there's like a little seam here. And then I went ahead and did another row of it on the bottom. And spoiler, I ended up not liking it. But I thought of something even more festive to do, and it's going to be great for fall or Halloween. I think candy corn can kind of go with both. So look at this candle from the Dollar Tree. It's so cute. And it saves you the trouble of trying to make a candy corn candle with all the 3 different colors layered and stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and remove it from the package. And I love these little ceramic candlesticks from Dollar Tree. I think they are so pretty. And just pop my candle on top. So that's how that looked. And then I was like, I think Crafty Beach, we can do better, right? So I'm going to go ahead and remove my little jack-o'-lantern ribbon. And I looked at the candle and I said, well, there's like 3 sections on the candle holder. So why don't I just paint the candle holder to look like candy corn as well? So I'm going to mix some orange and red together until I can get that color for the middle part of the candy corn. So I'm going to leave the top part of the candle holder white, like the top of the candy corn candle. And then we're just going to paint this middle section here, that orange-red color. It's almost more red. But I kind of mixed it until I got a color that was really close to the candle. And I'm just going to use a small brush. You could tape it off. I'm going to go back and use a tinier brush in the end to kind of straighten up any lines, because I don't really want to add any ribbon or anything to it. I want it to be a straight transition just like the candle. And I'm so glad I changed my mind on the candlestick, because this turned out so cute. So I had let that dry and I did a second coat, because red, it's kind of hard to get good coverage on that. And I don't want any of the white showing through. And then I switched to yellow for the bottom part of our candy corn candle holder. So you could kind of do this with any color. It's easier on the white one because it's going to be easier to paint the different colors. And then the white part, you can just leave white. I thought about painting it white, so it kind of have the same brush strokes, but I thought it turned out okay. So I went ahead and touched up the bottom with a little bit more yellow. And then I'm going to kind of touch up the lines on the top and the bottom of the orange-red color. Again, using a tiny brush to kind of make that look a little cleaner, because I didn't use any tape or anything to transition between the colors. And it turned out adorable, didn't it? So I'm going to go ahead and just use some more hot glue to try to tack down the little candy corn candle right on top. And look how cute that is. I think it's perfect for fall or Halloween. And this is great if you don't want to do like any of the spooky decor for Halloween, which I actually like to do. If you want just kind of more of a fall candy vibe, how cute is that? I think it turned out really fun. I'm so glad I decided to switch up the candlestick. And let's find out how this little candy corn candle looks all lit up. I was crafting all 20 of these candle DIYs last night during the hurricane. And we were really lucky to avoid most of the bad weather. Only one screen out, so we got really lucky on this side of Florida. But my prayers are for anyone that was affected by that storm. It looked really bad. Okay, the next DIY, I found this at Dollar Tree too. This is a candle making kit. So I was kind of confused, had some false scents in there, but look, it's a little empty candle holder. It's already got the wick in there. And then it comes with these little wax granules. It had like apple, cinnamon, apricot, citrus, magnolia. And the directions says just to kind of like pour the little granules in there, and like you can do like a stripe pattern, if you will. They're all different scents. I kind of wish that they would give you all one scent, but we're just going to kind of dump these in here and see. And then it just says to light it. It doesn't say to like melt the wax, which I thought was a little strange. I'm actually burning it right now, and it does melt as you go. So I guess it's right, but it kind of looks weird doing it this way, but I'm doing it this way because that's what the instructions said to do. So I did mine in layers, and I didn't really like the striped look. So I decided to mix all the different scents together, and we'll see what we get, right? And so I'm mixing the red, orange, and white all together, just with the end of a popsicle stick, just because, the stripes really weren't my thing. And then it's a very small candle holder, but I thought we could still decorate it with a little fall flower. So I picked up one of these little red flowers, and I thought we could just add that to the front. It's going to match the red in the candle. And it's just going to give us a little fun detail right here in front. I thought it would also be cute to add a little rustic touch to like take some jute twine to wrap around the candle holder too. And then we can attach the little fall flower to that. So I just tie that on there, kind of wrap that around until I'm happy with it, using a little bit of hot glue to make sure it kind of stays in place. I don't want anything that's going to be too flammable or catch on fire. I think that looks pretty good. Let's clean up some of the fuzzies on there, and then we can attach that little fall flower right there to the front. I really hope you are enjoying all of these fall candle DIYs today. I really had a great time making them. If you have any other suggestions like this that you'd like to see on my channel, just let me know in the comments below. I always love hearing all of your guys' ideas. And these are really fun. My house is ready for fall candle for every single room, I think. Maybe, actually, my house is not that big. Maybe 2 candles for every room, because we did 20 candle DIYs. So this is this one with the little granules inside. I guess you could melt that in the microwave if you wanted a solid candle. I don't know. If you've done that, let me know below. And I think it looks really cute with that little red flower right on front. So definitely easy. They had these in all different kinds of scents at my Dollar Tree, but I picked up one with the apple cinnamon in it because I thought that kind of reminded me a little bit of fall. So we're just going to go ahead and light the wick right into the granules, just like the directions said. And it works. And look, the flower gives a really fun light effect at night too. Hey guys, I've introduced memberships on my channel for $4.99 a month. You're going to get early ad-free access to my videos, and you're going to get a few other perks as well. It's an easy way for you to support me here on YouTube, and I really appreciate it. I want to give a huge thank you to the following Crafty Beach Bum members. Thank you to Karen O'Haron, Coastal Couple, Pamela Bergeron, I Am Mojo Jojo, Melinda Elizabeth, Jamie Job, Susan Edmonds, Sandra Ray, Carrie R., Tracy Knight, Verna Noctegal, Julie Miller, Nancy Wunner, Jan Zalata, Tammy Coates, and Janae Farrington. I really appreciate your support. It helps so much keep these videos coming. And now it's time for the final reveal. I've done 20 fall Dollar Tree candle DIYs for you today, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. It really helps the algorithm. Comment your favorite candle below. And if you haven't subscribed, I would really appreciate it. We're trying to get to 30,000 subscribers. Enjoy!
Open up the window. I'm breathing in the last of September. I can feel the wind blow, and the late summer sky is like a giant ember. Everything is turning into gold. When the autumn leaves are playing chase, it puts a smile up on my face. They leave their branches one by one and whirl around there just for fun. Some are faster, some are slow, and some are high and some are low, dancing through the last days of September. Since I was a little child, every year for as long as I remember, all the leaves were running wild, going all the way until November. September. When the autumn leaves are playing chase, it puts a smile up on my face. They leave their branches one by one and whirl around there just for fun. Some are faster, some are slow, and some are high and some are low. Dancing through the last days of September. Dancing through the last days of September. Open up the window. I'm breathing in the last of September. I can feel the wind blow, and the late summer sky is like a giant ember. Everything is turning into gold. When the autumn leaves are playing chase, it puts a smile up on my face. They leave their branches one by one and whirl around there just for fun. Some are faster, some are slow.
Thanks so much for making it all the way to the end of the video. If you'd like to watch more Crafty Beach, YouTube thinks you might enjoy this video right here. See you soon.